So today I actually have somewhere that I need to be. I'm not just getting ready for the sake of sitting inside my home. So this is always very risky because sometimes things go bad, things go wrong, you start feeling rushed, but we're doing it. We are doing it. So first I'm gonna go in with primer. This is the CIATE London Watermelon Hydrating Primer. I personally love this primer, and the foundation that I'm gonna be using today I think is gonna be a little bit matte, so I definitely want to use a hydrating primer so I don't feel like it looks cakey on me, so. And if you haven't tried it, it just feels so good on the skin. It's so hydrating. It's kind of like a light gel texture, and I just love it. It smells like watermelons. All right, and then for foundation, I'm gonna be trying out this new one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Stays all day and all night. I have so much gross stuff stained under my nails. Do not judge me. Do not judge me. Anyways, this is supposed to be like anti-aging, full coverage, make you look airbrushed and flawless. So I'm gonna be trying it out. They did send me this little brush, so I'm guessing this is the brush that they want you to use with it. So it looks rather small. Let's see. I don't really have time for a small ass brush. I'm always running late. That's why I use big brushes, because it covers big areas on my big face. So this is very small. No. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand. This is in the shade 7.5 Warm. So I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand and then go in with my Koki brush. And let's just do this side of the face first. Okay, let's bring it down. So definitely got a lot of coverage going on there. The color doesn't look terrible. It's not obviously a match to my actual face color, but I think the undertone of it is gonna be pretty good. It has kind of like a yellowish warm undertone, not too orangey, but we'll see. So that was like a half a pump, and now I'm gonna do another half a pump on the other side of my face. I think it was a half a pump. I'm just gonna add a little bit more so I can do my neck on this side and my ears. Forget this ear. Okay, so that actually looks really, really good. Definitely a fuller coverage. So if you're not into full coverage, maybe you could sheer it out with a moisturizer or use like a beauty blender, but I just don't like to apply my foundations with a beauty blender because it takes 4,000 years. It's definitely more of a, probably like a soft matte finish. It's not super duper matte, but it's definitely matte. We will see how it goes as it settles into the face, which I tend to like my foundations once they like mix with my skin and like melt in a little bit. So the next I have a new concealer that I want to try. I picked this up during the Sephora sale. This is the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer, and this is in the shade 6.5. And I've only swatched it on my hand. I have not used it, but this is what the wand looks like. I really don't like that the wand has so much like excess product on there, but I mean, we'll see if the concealer itself makes up for it. So I'm just gonna go in and place it. And so this had like really good reviews, but there was also some really mixed reviews. Like I think it's like a love or hate kind of product. So it's a very thin, liquidy texture. So I think that's why some people like love it and some people hate it, but it's supposed to be like full coverage, but thin in texture. I have not tried the Power Fabric foundation, by the way, but we'll see how I like the concealer. It's supposed to be full coverage with a lightweight consistency, so we'll see. My thing with concealers recently is that they're just too drying or just like too cakey, but we'll see. So it actually blended really, really nicely. And when I blended it out, it didn't like completely take away all of the coverage. Like, you know how sometimes if it's like a thinner formula, you blend it away and it like completely goes away. I do still have like a little bit of a bag peeking through there, which I pretty much always do no matter what concealer I use. So I will go in and add another layer and try to build it up, but it looks very, very good. Like it looks very skin-like. It doesn't look thick and heavy, and it actually has kind of like a radiant finish almost. Obviously I haven't set it with a powder, but you know. My milia has been like so bad on this side and I don't know what it is. I'm wondering if it's like something that I'm eating, which I refuse to change my diet because I just love food so much, but I don't know. It's basically only on this side right under this eye, and I don't know what it is. I don't really get it on this side at all. It's just this side. So if you guys have any insight as to why it might just be happening right there, fill a girl in. Okay, so I really, really like how that concealer looks. It looks very, very natural. I feel like I would like it just with one layer if I put my Tarte corrector underneath, but I did not do that today because I forgot. I'm gonna go in and set my concealer with my ILIA Soft Focus Powder that I always use. I'm just gonna use a little bit on my sponge just to get right under there. We will see if that concealer gets creasy or anything, but I like to just like kind of pat this on my pore area and just anywhere that I put that concealer that I don't want it to get shiny, so like the T-zone area. And then on the rest of my face, I'm gonna be using a different powder because I've been loving this powder. It's so good. So let me grab it. This is the new COVERFX Illuminating Setting Powder. So I also picked this up during the Sephora sale and I have been loving it. This is the light shade. So I like to use this in areas of my face where I want to, you know, be glistening and glowy. So basically just like the perimeter of my face and like the high points. And it just adds like just a touch of glowiness. It's not super glittery. It's not as glowy as the Laura Mercier one. That one was like a little bit too much. Like I feel like that was just like a loose highlighter. This is way less shimmery, but it definitely has shimmer in there. So I don't know if the camera is really gonna pick up the shimmer at all. Like I guess you could probably see my forehead a little bit. It has like that luminosity and I am into that. It just looks like a very soft glow. So I wouldn't use this as a highlighter, but it definitely adds like that candle glow effect, which I love. Next, I'm gonna go in with bronzer. And again, this is a product that I picked up during the Sephora sale. It's the Lawless Golden Hour Bronzer. And I've actually really, really been liking this. This is the lighter color and it's a very nice formula. It's not powdery. It's not too dark. It's not like too pigmented. When you like press it on your face, it leaves like a splotch. Like I hate when bronzers are like that because then it's really hard to blend away. So this is like a very subtle bronzer. So I think it's definitely going to be better for me as we're going into the fall because it's not super dark and the undertone of this is really nice. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. It's just kind of right in between. So I've really been liking this just to add some warmth to my face, and it is matte so you can contour with it if you want, but I'm just applying so much right here. Why am I applying so much just right there? You guys, I feel like I have the worst jawline ever. Like it's not even like a jawline. Like where is it? Like when I talk, it's just like, where did you go? I don't really have time to contour my nose. So we're just gonna pinch the brush and do a little quick contour. Cool. Okay, so this blush, you guys, what time is it? It's 4 o'clock. Okay. We are gonna be okay. It's only 4 o'clock. It's only 4 o'clock. Next is this Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur blush. I have tried this one time already and I do really, really like it. This is in the shade Blurred Buff, and the color of this reminds me so much of MAC's Warm Soul, the mineralized blush. That used to be my jam and I do still have it here somewhere. It's like 10 years old probably, but I just love that color. And so This is a really cool formula. Like, it feels like a cream blush, but it's not. I wish it was like a teeny tiny bit darker, because you guys know I'm like a blush freak a leak. Has anyone ever called themselves a blush freak a leak? Like, that's the kind of freak I am. Lady in the street, but a freak in the cheeks, okay? I will sit here and apply this all day long. Like, I don't even care. Like, it does not get chalky. It is like the weirdest, there's no mirror there. There's no mirror there. It's like the weirdest texture ever, but it's so nice, and it just like blurs your pores. It looks so freaking good. I need to try the other colors, but this one, I just love how it's like so natural, and I'm clearly just applying it coat after coat, and it's not getting too extreme. Next, I have this highlighter like trio. It's called Kiss of Sun Nomad Sydney palette, and it's so pretty, and these highlighters are actually really, really nice. So I'm going to take like a mixture of this golden one and the bronze one, and I'm just going to highlight just a little bit. It's just really, really pretty, and it's not like chunky, so I'm just putting it right there on my nose. And then the bronze one, I'm just gonna take and add just like a little bit extra up here, because that bronzer was matte and I kind of like a glowy forehead, and we covered up that COVERFX powder, so I don't even really know what I'm talking about, but yeah. Okay, I have to go get Dave. I'll be right back. Okay, so I had to take Dave out really quick, and while he was outside going number 2, I filled in my eyebrows with my Benefit pencil, because time is of the essence, okay? So we don't have time to be wasting. We can multitask. So I am going to be trying out this new brow gel though. It's called the Wow Brow, and this is from e.l.f., and I have it in a shade called Neutral Brown. So this, a lot of people have been loving, so I'm gonna be trying it out. I'm always looking for a good brow gel that actually keeps my hair in place and like brushed up, because I've been liking that bushier look. I will brush them down, don't fret. But I feel like if you like brush them up and like leave it for a second, they will stay better. Okay, so then I'm just gonna take this and kind of brush those down in place. Okay, so then I just got brow gel all over my forehead. That's cute. I do not have time to be doing concealer around my brows now, nor will I ever do that. I'm not into that, but maybe I should. Okay, next I'm gonna move on to my eyes. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that bronzer and pop it in my crease for the shadow, and then I'm gonna be trying out this new liquid eyeshadow. Another Sephora sale purchase that I've been wanting to try. And I'm also gonna just put some of that on the lower lash also. Then the eyeshadow is this one. It's from KOSAS. It's their 10-second liquid eyeshadow. So 10 seconds is all I have. So we're gonna be using this. This is the shade Globe. And I'm not even really sure how to apply this, but I think maybe just my fingers. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my lid and hope for the best. I guess I can just take my finger and blend it out. This is not a tutorial. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I want to see if I can build it up at all to get more of like a metallic effect. So there it is. I feel like it looks really pretty. I do also feel like it took me longer than 10 seconds. And I also, one last thing that I'm feeling is in the tube, it looks much more warm and bronzy. And then on my eyes, it actually looks like a cool tone, kind of like taupey bronze, but still pretty. So I'm gonna move on. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this gold shade from that highlighter palette that I used, and I'm just gonna pop that on my inner corner. So that's it for the shadow. Next, I'm going to go in with mascara. I got sent a bunch of the Lancome mascaras, and I haven't really gotten a chance to try any of them. I do like the Monsieur Big one. So this is like a cult favorite. This is the Hypnose Drama, and I'll show you guys the brush. It's kind of like a S curve, which looked interesting. And I'm pretty sure like the Kardashians always talk about this mascara, or like one of the Hypnose ones, and say that they love it, so their lashes always look really good. It's definitely like volumizing, but I feel like it's a little bit clumpy. Definitely not like separating. Then I'm just gonna take some brown eyeliner. This is from CoverGirl. I think it's just the shade Espresso, and I'm just putting a little bit right on my outer lower lash waterline thing, and then up in my waterline. Then last for my lips, I'm gonna go in with this Carli BYBEL MAKIAGE lip liner. This one is in the shade SIRIUS, and I've really been liking this. I've been using this or the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut as my lip liner recently. So the lip combo that I've been wearing recently has been either that liner or the Makeup Forever one, and then I've been topping it with this. And this is the Tarte Lip Sculptor. So this is the lipstick side, and then the other side is just a gloss. And I ordered this on Tarte's website, and I just added it to cart to get free shipping. So when I got it, it was like way too light for me to wear on its own, but I've found with a darker lip liner like this one, it looks so good. So I'm just going to apply this. So it's like a light, like peachy nude, I would say. And it's very creamy. So as you can see, that's what it looks like alone. But so here it is all blended out together. It makes more of like a very pale, cooler toned nude, and that's why I've been liking it. So by itself, I don't use this because it's just way too light on its own, but this combo is really good, and I've been wearing it a lot. Every time I wear it, you guys are like, oh my god, what lip are you wearing? So this has been it, or like I said, the Makeup Forever Walnut one. So this is kind of like a similar color to that. So yeah, that is pretty much gonna be today's look. I wanted to maybe do a little bit more, but looking at the clock, I don't have time for that. So I'm not gonna do my hair. Most of the time I don't do my hair. I curl it like once a week, and then whatever's left over for the rest of the week is what you get, and that's what you see. So that's what we're working with today. I would say this is 0 to about 90. So it's not 0 to 100 because I'm not doing like full glam. I don't have lashes on. I didn't do liquid liner. So I'd say this is like 0 to 90 real quick. Kinda. I don't know. How long is this video? I have no idea. But that's all the time we have today. So I will see you on the next episode of what am I doing with my life or my makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.